we talk about the draft riots, it's something of a misnomer, or it's only really half of the story, because we have to go back 6 months and realize that President Lincoln had issued the Emancipation Proclamation on January 1st, 1863, proclaiming the slaves in the Confederacy forever free. Following on that, just 2 months later, at the beginning of March, was the draft law, exempting anyone who could pay $300 or present a substitute in their place. And so this was fodder for Lincoln's Democratic opponents, who fused the two things and said, look, to their constituents, you're going to go to war, you can't afford the $300, you're going to go to the battlefront and die, and an emancipated black slave is going to come and take your job or for less money, and your family is going to starve while the rich stay home. Now, if that isn't a recipe for a black mood in New York, a dark mood, I don't know what is. It was a toxic kind of message that really pitted blacks and not only Irish, but the entire working class. And we should mention, in a city of 800,000, about a quarter, 200,000 were either Irish or Irish American. And so what you had was this kind of human powder keg, really, by July of '63. Speaking of John Hughes, he had sort of exemplified the attitude of the church and many Irish Americans that they were in favor of a war for the Union, for the conservative purpose of cementing the Union, but not a war for abolition. And so there were many conservatives, Democrats in particular, who felt betrayed by Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation and felt that the rules of the game had suddenly been changed. The goals of the war had shifted in a way that undercut them. And so when the draft came along, the poor working class really felt cornered.